Mr. Parvat Srinivas Reddy is joining us. He's the MD of MTAR Technologies. There's a lot of news flow and market interest in that. And the big point is that the company has recently bagged a big defense industrial order, license actually. Mr. Reddy, thank you very much for joining us. So what opportunities does it bring for your company? Will the license help cater to both domestic as well as export market?
See, basically the license is all about, which is very important to really work towards supplying various systems to the end user like Air Force, Navy, etc. to the Ministry of Defense. And it took us quite a while to get this approval, which I understand because it's a very strategic and a lot of diligence goes into sanctioning this license. So what happens with this is we'll be able to not only cater to the end users directly, where we can build our systems and supply to the Air Force, Navy, etc. And also it will help us to be a prime for a number of major defense projects, collaboration with some of the multinationals, where we can bid for such projects, where technology transfer is also required under make and buy situation. So this opens up a lot of opportunities for MTAR moving forward. And we are really excited about this. And we have been in the defense line for a number of years doing research and development for DRDO. And this will give us a very massive push for us to deliver the end systems to the end user as such.
Okay, so that's good to hear, Mr. Reddy. But could you talk to us about what kind of, what are the specific areas that you're targeting within defense itself? And if you can talk to me about the addressable market share and opportunity?
See, the market is very big. As you are aware of it, the defense budget is huge. And MTAR has been in the line of developing various projects for the defense organizations over the last 45, 50 years. We can't just quantify it right now, but obviously we'll be handling a number of areas which we have a defense license to address in various systems, both in electronics as well as in mechanical systems as well. So it's not one specific area that we are looking at, but whatever our capabilities are internally through our R&D, we'll continue to do that, and as well as what we can collaborate and do it to bid for the major projects. Yes, we'll be doing that as well based on the Government of India guidelines.
Mr. Reddy, the products that you will be catering to going forward, will these be manufactured in your existing plants, or will you be setting up some specialized additional units for these?
We have enough facilities with us to handle all this, the manufacturing activities as such, unless there are some few bottleneck areas here and there which we'll address. Other than that, we are well equipped to handle the requirements what they need.
So basically, no additional capex will be required for this, right?
It's marginal. It all depends on project to project, but most of our assets are fungible across all the segments, so I don't think we should have a major issue there.
Okay, so given the fact you've already got this license, are you in talks with the clients already? Are you seeing any potential order in the near term that could come your way on account of this defense license?
I just can't say that right now. Obviously, we are in talks with a number of companies parallelly. But at the end of the day, you need to have that license to move forward, so which we have right now. So now we'll take it more aggressively and take it forward and see what we can do right away.
Okay, if I have it right, sir, the earlier projection was that you're looking at a 45 to 50% growth in FY24 with an order book of almost 1,500 odd crores. Are we on track to that, or are you looking to better that?
Absolutely not. See, this is something, the license is for the future, for the subsequent years, not for the current year, right? So you can't just generate revenues overnight. So it's going to be a very good growth driver for the years to come. That's what it's going to be for the future years, and that's what we're looking at.
Okay, fair enough, point taken. But your high-tech products like liquid propulsion, rocket engines, other engines as well are used for Aditya L1 mission as well, that India managed to successfully and proudly launch on Saturday, the first solar mission for India. Are you manufacturing critical structures for other space missions as well?
We manufacture for all the missions. It's not only one mission. So we have done a great amount of contribution for Chandrayaan-3. Now for Aditya L1 as well, we have the liquid propulsion engines and the control modules and a lot of other subsystems that we have supplied. So it's a continuous process for us. We have been dealing with defense for almost like 40 years right now, and we have been consistently supplying all this, and there's never been any specific failure in any of our supplies to this till date.
Mr. Reddy, I'm sure that's a very, very proud moment for you as well there, supplying to all of these big solar missions solar mission as well as the space missions that India has undertaken. But moving on to your mainstay business, in Q1 we saw a bit of a lower volume when it comes to your clean energy segment. How's Q2 panning out?
It's not about the low volumes, it's only about certain inventory corrections being done by certain customers. Other than that, we are right on track with our guidance moving forward. Mostly our second half is going to be very strong compared to the first half. So we are adhering to the guidance what we have given the past as far as the current year is concerned.
Since you're talking about guidance and the fact that you're adhering to that, are you adhering to the EBITDA margin guidance as well? And I ask you that because you talked about a 28% guidance for the full year. In Q1, your margins were sub 23%. Are you confident of achieving that?
Yes, we have already reconfirmed that as well, because our second half revenues are going to be much higher, and our employee benefit expenses and also the overheads are going to drop drastically in terms of percentage to revenue. And we are pretty confident that we'll be close to what we have said, 28% plus minus 100 basis points.
Okay, Mr. Reddy, you're sounding very confident. Thank you so much for making time and speaking with 18R today. So looking at a 45 to 50% revenue growth with a margin of around 28% and good amount of traction seen in the order book. And that's because the second half of the year is going to be much better than the first half. That's the stock of MTAR. We should pull up that for the last 1 week or even, this year. That stock has seen solid traction given the spaces that it caters to is very, very niche in terms of clean energy, which is the mega trend that we are witnessing, as well as defense. Look at that 70% rally that we have seen this year so far.